Now I'm with Philip Breen, who's directing David Ireland's play Next Door, and it's lovely to have you here.
Very nice to be here.
I think the last time we met was at the Citizens Theatre when you'd been directing Miles Jupp.
That's correct, in Joe.
In Joe.
Yeah.
And we talked then about your coverage on and at last it's happened.
Well, I'm delighted to be here.
It's great to have you. Tell us a wee bit about what's happening next door.
Oh, well, having a lot of fun doing a really quite barkingly mad play by David Ireland. It's only actually in the last 10 minutes that this thing we've just been doing that I've realised that what he's given us is the sort of the poetic reel of Northern Irish politics, to entrenched, constrained fanatics in their own way for their own causes, bigots in their own way for their own causes, being asked to come to an agreement by a similar lunatic with a very loose handle on history and a very subjective handle on political history and political movements and whatnot. So there's a lovely kind of comedic chaos, which is on some level the kind of, I guess, the reel of sort of post St Andrews, post Good Friday, Northern Ireland. No one knows where they are.
And actually, like so much really good comedy about something bloody serious.
Yes, absolutely. It's very the best comedy always is about something real. Yeah, absolutely.
Rehearsing for All and More for a play behind a pint is a very different proposition for rehearsing for perhaps larger theatres with a bit more time and space. How does that affect the way you take the job on?
Well, we have to get on with it. You know, I mean, it's not a long piece, so you know, 2 weeks is there's enough time, certainly. But I mean, you know, when you do, for example, someone once said when I was asked to do Measure for Measure in 4 weeks. I went and asked them, well, you know, how would you go about doing Measure for Measure in 4 weeks? And the experienced director looked at me, looked at the script, and said, well, I make that about 10 pages a day. So you know, there is always, regardless of the situation, a tension between practicality and well, the how and the why. Let's say,
Philip, you're a very busy director, doing a huge variety of work. I'm sure our audience will be interested to hear about some of the things you've been doing recently, some of the things in the pipeline.
Well, yeah, thank goodness I am. I have been of late very busy, but it's been a very exciting time. It's in Edinburgh currently until the end of the month. There are 2 plays playing. One, a brilliant play by D.C. Jackson called Three-Way.
We have a new play from him in the coming season.
Indeed. So don't miss that. But D.C. Jackson has written a wonderful play about all the most crunchy issues of sex and race and politics and whatnot, which is really very funny, very beautiful. And then there's Tom Basden's play, which was staging at a secret seaside location. Another quite serious piece. Where kind of, it's sort of I guess a contemporary version of Gulliver's Travels or The Tempest, or it certainly has that kind of sharp, harder satirical edge. That place called Holds. It's very funny. That's the main thing. It's very funny. And that's playing. And then about to go after this to direct Alex Ferns and Eugene O'Hare in True West by Sam Shepard at the Citizens, which is very
you come back to the Sits.
Coming back to the Sits, which I'm very excited about. Yes, I realised this autumn I've been making plays at the Sits for 10 years.
Yes.
Philip Brown's been my first gig there. And,
yes. And now working with Dominic.
Now working with the brilliant Dominic Hill.
He's doing such a great job.
Oh my God. It's so exciting. Crime and Punishment, what a way to open the season.
Yes.
Seeing the new plans for the building. It's really
nothing is not ambitious.
No, but we should be ambitious. I think there's no reason we shouldn't be. We as in the theatre in general, but also we as in the citizens. I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's lovely to have you here for the first time. I said the first time because I'm confident it'll be a second.
Well, I hope so. Well, I hope so too. I hope so too.
And thank you so much.
Not at all.
Philip Green. Now I'm here with Paul Riley, one of the actors from the cast.
Hi.
Oh no, I'm not.
This, of course, is how I spend the majority of the play.
Pretty warm.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I would imagine so. But of course, my body's a temple, so I can react very well to extreme heat.
I'm like thinking this is the first time you've done a play with us.
That's absolutely right. It's the
We've
first
talked
time.
so often of getting you to come, but you've been so busy.
For one reason or another, there's been, it's just not been able to happen. But when I saw this come along by David as such a superb and funny piece of writing, I said, because at the moment I'm at the Edinburgh Festival and I'm leaving in an hour to go and do Ulysses, which is even crazier than an hour in this. And so I was really, really keen to do it, and I said I'll do everything that I possibly could to make the rehearsal dates, and thank the Lord it's all worked out and we're getting on swimmingly and we're going to have a really great time with this.
And you're quite early in the rehearsals.
Yeah,
but I've been watching and it's coming forward in leaps and bounds.
That's the sign of good writing though. When you see with good writing, it goes in straight away, it goes right into your head, and when it's such a short rehearsal period, that's a real blessing,
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're getting on great with it, and we're going to have a really, really good show. And
you're an actor who moves between all kinds of different media. You do film, you do television, and you do...
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, the theatre stuff was done, like, when I left drama school, that's pretty much all I did. And then when I picked up on the telly stuff, and then people, for some reason, when you do the telly, they think you won't do theatre again, or that you can't do it or something. So it was a gap of something like 10 years when I wasn't on stage. I
find that quite a lot. A lot of actors I asked to do a job, and I discover they haven't done theatre for quite a while.
Yeah. It's such a strange thing. And of course, what we guys realise is that all you have to do is ask them.
Exactly.
You can get some of the biggest names out there, because they'll say, if I like it, I'll do it.
Exactly.
Exactly. So,
well, listen, I wish you all the best. I'm not going to hold you back, because
no problem.
You've got a journey to Edinburgh.
I've got a train to catch.
And I hope this is good as well.
Good luck, Dave. I'll see you all soon, and come and see everybody. You'll have a great time. Bye-bye.
Okay, now I'm with Ronnie Lear, who's also in the cast. Ronnie and I worked together, we're not going to say how many years ago, when I was working with Wildcat, and so was she, on a play, an adaptation of a Hans Christian Andersen story, The Tin Soldier, written by Chris Crane.
Yes.
So lovely to be together again.
I know, after all these years.
Yeah, and this is your first time with the play Pint.
Yes. So far so good.
So far so good.
Yeah, it's great. It's such fun.
It's a good bit of writing.
Yeah, it's a great bit of writing.
Paul was saying, I was very impressed when I came in, that you all seem to be off the book already. And Paul said that's a measure of good writing.
Yes, I would agree actually, and we haven't discussed this actually.
No.
But I thought exactly the same thing last night at the kitchen table. I went, this seems to be going in really well, and every play was like this. It just makes your job so much easier, because it's like he can write for different voices really well, so your character really would say that. And so it just goes in quicker. It's really good. I know, I was thinking actually if all plays were like this and all rehearsal were like this, there'd be a lot more actors. It's just fun. There's just no torture. Maybe that's what's going on. There may be, but there's no angst, there's no having to grapple with the script, why do I say that, why am I saying that? It just flows.
It's self-evident,
yeah,
or evident to you.
To us, yes,
and
so far.
It's a very physical piece.
It is, yes.
Without giving
we're not
too much
saying
away,
too much.
Tied up.
Yeah. It is, but even that is such fun, because with that then the words come out differently, because you're wrestling with your physical constraints.
Yes.
And then you still have to have the intention behind the word that you would have said if you hadn't been constrained.
Yes.
So that's a whole new sound.
And you have quite a background in movement, dance.
I do. I've done quite a bit, but when I was a lot younger, but it's stuck with me. Yeah, I did it all when I was young, but then realised that it wasn't for me. I wouldn't have any career in that.
And when you get this up and running at all more, have you other interesting things in the pipeline?
I'm doing a Christmas show with the Arches.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I'm doing the Arches Christmas show again. which is lovely. I did it last year. It's a lovely slot. It's nice during the
Oh,
day.
great.
Yeah.
It's amazing what varied life actors have. I think these conversations are
it's
showing
true.
this.
It's varied.
Yeah.
Really varied.
Varied.
But like this morning I was chasing the hens. So you go
Feeding
from...
the hens?
Yes,
Where?
clipping their wings, yeah. Because I have hens, so that's the kind of thing you do one minute and the next minute you're rolling around the floor wrapping a rope.
What more can I say? An egg farmer and a consummate performer. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you, David. Lovely.
Now I'm here with Robbie Jack, the third member of the cast. We do these enormous casts or more. And Robbie, unlike Ronnie and Paul, is an actor who's worked a great deal with us at a Pint, and it's lovely to have you back.
Thank you very much.
You're a busy guy just now.
Yeah, I'm just finishing a show at the International Festival, a site-specific show, which is...
That's the one, Gridiron, at the climbing centre
yes.
in Ratho.
Yes, so it's we're about 3.5 hour extravaganza. So, and then coming back to rehearse during the day. Just for this week. Next week, plain sailing.
Oh, good. And one of the plays you did here not so long ago was another David Ireland piece.
Yeah, it was
The End of Hope,
The End of Desire, which I seem to, when David can't be bothered acting anymore, I just seem to step in and play versions of himself, I think. So yeah, this is, and Ronnie and I did the radio version of this play, so I think this is that will be my fourth David Ireland, and so you just start to, I get how he writes, I get, I can see exactly where he pitches it, and I think the ludicrousness of my acting suits David's writing, I think.
This version of the play has been expanded a bit from the radio, which was a good deal shorter.
Yeah.
Do you find that interesting to come back to?
Yeah, because I always and even with some of David's other stuff, when he extends it, because there's always bits in the play, or in this case the radio play, where David always plays lovely games with semantics and the arguments concerning kind of the words that people use, and of course the longer those arguments go on, the funnier they become when people become distressed about one word that somebody's using, and so it's lovely to go back and see those bits that for time's sake weren't allowed in the radio play, like being allowed to play out fully.
Blossoming.
Yeah.
And interesting things in the pipeline? I see Urban Croft Films.
Yes, this is my promotion for Martin Robertson's company, Make Your Film. I don't know what I'm advertising. Just Panto. I'm up in Stirling with Johnny McKnight this year, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, great! That should be good fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is another highly talented actor. You're in for a treat. We've got a super script, a great director, 3 wonderful actors, and I hope you'll come and see the play. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.